Welcome back to BarnBuilt Fabrications, and today we're going to go through and do an update on the C10 and just kind of go over and see where the status is. I've been getting a lot of questions from you guys regarding where the C10's been, even if I was abandoning the C10 project entirely, which the answer to that is no, absolutely not. The C10 is very much still an active project, and I guess the most honest answer to where the truck has been or why it hasn't been up front and center as much in the channel is because, well, money. Right now we're at the stage of the project where we have a lot of very expensive things, big ticket items that are at the point where they need to be addressed. And well, I don't make any money from YouTube. I haven't had a single dime yet from YouTube. And I personally, I don't know about you guys, I'm sure many of you can relate, I can't afford to drop $2,000 a month into the project, into the build. It's just not something sustainable on my budget. I'm sure a lot of you guys can relate to that too. But it's very much active, and it should be hopefully making a second coming. Should be re-emerging in the channel here, hopefully not before too long. Just trying to save up some money so we can start getting back into some of these bigger ticket items. So I do want to go through and kind of walk through the different parts of the project and just give you an update on where we're at, what's next, what's currently in the process right now. And so we'll go ahead and go from there. You can see the riding on the pavement. Young kids that growing up in basements. So starting off at the front of the chassis here, the engine is currently at the machine shop still, waiting to get the machine work done, as well as I am still saving up to try to get the rotating assembly ordered, so then I could then get that brought down to the machine shop so we could do the clearancing for our 383 stroker, which, if you're not familiar of that clearancing and different things, check out our 383 basics video where I kind of go through a couple of the steps and things that are involved when doing a 383 stroker build. So that's at the machine shop, waiting on that. We have rotating assembly. I am still on the hunt for a good, decently priced transmission for this truck. Again, that's gonna be probably $1,500 on the cheap and up, depending on what is out there on the market that I can pick up. So I'm just waiting on finding a good deal that's within my budget, which is not much. And then also raising that budget. So searching for that, and then moving over to the rear. This is actually probably going to be the next thing that we do on this build. I have changed my mind a little bit for the direction that I want to go with the rear end gears. Initially, I know I had told you guys I was going to do a 373 posi. Still want to do a posi, but I'm thinking about going to a 410, and that will probably make a little bit more sense whenever I get into the transmission that I want to run in this truck and the different gearing on that. I think a 410 is going to make a lot more sense with the combination that I wanted to do, to where it makes sense to where the top gear, and I'm saying that like that for a reason. I don't think I told you guys my direction that I'm planning on going with the transmission. But anyways, I think it's going to be much more usable to go with the 410 so we get a better acceleration and still can use our top gear on the highway and make more sense. And then after we get that in, the next thing we need to do is our gas tank, which is an EFI gas tank, since we want to do the EFI installation on the truck whenever we get that to that point. And each one of those items here, I'd say the cheapest EFI tank is probably going to be in the neighborhood of $500 or $600. So add that up. The rear end is probably going to be about $600 as well. Engine, don't even want to think about it. Transmission, I already discussed that. So if you guys are running the tab down on this, you'll kind of see where I'm getting at with having to save up a little bit of capital before I jump into these things. So that's kind of, for the most part, that's the majority of our chassis whenever we get those components in: engine, transmission, drive shaft, get the rear end, the gas tank, and then a couple other odds ends here and there, but it's pretty close. So then whenever we move over to the cab, not much has changed from whenever we started doing our repairs, and that's whenever we discovered that the floor was a little bit bigger of a bite than we were anticipating. So I think the overall consensus from the majority of you guys is to go with a full new floor pan, which was pretty much my feelings on the whole issue as well. But again, you're looking at another $500–600 adds up. And so we have different metal repair and stuff to do on this other than just the floor, but I'm gonna work starting on the floor, then we'll move probably into the cab corners and the different pillars and stuff, and then shift our way over to the firewall and start doing repairs in that as well. So just a quick little update video. I think that's the big parts and pieces for the truck, at least the next steps. I'm still not, definitely not going away. This project is here to stay. It's a big part of the channel. It's kind of what founded this channel. The other trucks and projects that we have going on, I've had, and we're just jumping on those to still push out content because, again, going back to the point, I have not been monetized through YouTube yet, and so I haven't made any money. However, I'm still trying to push out content at the rate that a professional, somebody who does YouTube for a career does, by getting out content every week. So with that being said, I'm still going to push out a lot of content. I think we're going to have a lot of stuff about to come up here on Julia's 79 F-150 here pretty soon. Try to get that back up and running and on the road. And yeah, and then obviously the C10 is definitely going to be coming back, hopefully in pretty short order. So thank you guys all for watching. Hopefully this calms some of you guys who are wondering or nervous that this is going away or not part of the project. It very much is here to stay. But thank you guys all for your interest and your support for the channel. I appreciate you all very much. Get outside, get wrenched on something, piss off your neighbors, disappoint your mom, and until next time, keep on keeping on.